Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Update on the 2022 Polaris PRO R Ultimate Launch Edition here, lifted lime. I just got back from Utah. Super good trip. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's go over some mods quick. First thing you probably noticed is the bright. I figured let's go bright because the whole buggy's bright. PRP 5.3 Shreddy Edition harnesses. Super cool, super bright. I had the PRP 4.3s in my last buggy, loved them. These definitely live up to the name. Like I said, none of these mods are on in Utah, but just super. It's a nice, lot wider strap. Definitely holds you to the seat better. This 5th point here, it doesn't keep your crotch from sliding down. What it does is hold this down at your waist and doesn't allow it to rise when you tighten up there and there. Keeps you very glued to the seat. And you can run it without this. So if you're not doing anything too crazy, not a big deal. Awesome product. I'll keep running them as long as they keep working. Another product here. The Chupacabra off-road. These are the, I think, Kuro, however it's pronounced, Pro UTV mirrors, and they have a nice convex design, so you get some kind of fisheye to them. They're a lot bigger than the previous mirrors. The adjustability is 10 times better than their previous mirrors. Has a ball and socket here. You can kind of see the ball in there, and you just loosen or tighten those two depending on how much adjustability you want. And since it's ball and socket, you get kind of whatever adjustability. And then you just have your fold away adjustment there. Billet aluminum. Let's take a little look here. Pop in the driver's seat and show you guys, if I can, what the view is out of these. That's close, so get some good view out that way. Nice convex, and that way again, great view, plus the Polaris mirror, as always. So, the other mod that I have done recently, let's see, it was those two, yeah. Because remember the windshield light bar, chase light, wiper, all that stuff is from right from the dealer, so that's been on there. The other mod that I just put on along with those last two is the Aftermarket Assassins exhaust. It's a perforated core straight through, dual 2.5 out, single 3-inch in. It's a slip-on, super easy to install. I am running it while I wait for Evo to release their Captain's Choice exhaust. Yes, I know this also has selectable volume levels by taking out a pair of screws here, the other screws out, just so I can quickly show you guys the difference later. But it's about 6 decimal difference, a lot deeper sound. But the Evo just has a switch in the cab. Just makes it so you don't got to get out and mess with that sucker every time you want to change your exhaust. Super fun sound on it. I'll give you some clips here shortly. This thing in Utah, what a blast. We skied for the first week. We hauled it out in our 28-foot enclosed trailer. And this thing was phenomenal. We after skiing, we went down to Sand Hollow for 2 days, 2.5 days, and Moab for another day or so. And insane. Everything on this works great. Is there room for improvement? Yes, but far, far less work needed on this thing than the rest of the buggy lineup that Polaris has. The suspension modes killed it. Rock mode keeps this thing flat. It lets front wheels come up, rear, whatever combination. Wherever there's either a dip or a bump, it keeps that body flat because with the DV system in the Fox, the live valve system, it can now control rebound, unlike before where it was just compression. This thing's insane. We did the Slick Rock and Moab on it, obviously. What a fun time that was. But Sand Hollow, to be honest, is probably where I would go spend more time. Sand Hollow has everything. It's got rocks, it's got slow rocks, faster, kind of more, you know, less technical rocks, super technical rocks, high-speed desert trails, low-speed, kind of sporty racetrack almost desert trails. It's got sand dunes, big sand dunes in the middle. You can rip on that. Just an absolutely incredible time out there. This thing, the throttle mode's on rock. Super, super easy. It keeps that pedal stabbing as the machine's going over rocks and it's a little bumpy. Keeps that pedal stabbing at 0. So it's just a smooth throttle over everything. Fairly fuel efficient as well in that. What else? You can see, obviously used and abused, this thing is getting already. Went through one of the toll booths at Sand Hollow. It's kind of a testament to how wide this freaking thing is. But, you know, didn't buy it to park it in the garage, so we're out here using them. Super cool. So I will hop in now and show you guys the 2 different exhaust notes. And yes, the engine is warm, so don't yell at me about cold starting it. So let's take a look at if I can get my phone to sit still. Hopefully it'll stay right there for you guys. This is AA exhaust with the quiet core plug inserted. So now, what I'm going to do for you guys is pop this plug out. And show you what this thing sounds like with a little more wide open sound. It's a little deeper, I like it a lot better. See for yourself here. So, there you have it, guys. It's that's only revving just under 5K. There's obviously a limiter when you're not in gear. So when this thing is up at 8,500, 9,000, 9,500, wherever the top end is on these things, it is absolutely incredible sounding. can't say enough good. Definitely noisy. Not too noisy though. I did start it with no exhaust on it. Not recommended. This thing is a, it is not a 2-pot anymore. It's twice the CC, and I'd say it's definitely twice the noise of a 1K. Quite a loud unit. So, anywho, super happy with this thing out west. There's room for improvement for sure. Maybe looking into spring kit, looking into, I'm sure, cage eventually. Wheels and tires, a lot of people bumping up to 35s. Clutch and tuning, likely from Aftermarket Assassins. I think that's about all I got for you guys today. I'll just do one little walk around with the lights on here. Let's turn the bars on. And let's turn this guy on to, let's do that. Let's do a quick walk around before I let you guys go. Pretty mean machine here. Polaris made. Definitely the stock Click 6 harnesses weren't for me. Those have been sold already. Didn't even want to keep them. The retractor doesn't like retracting when you want it to, and it doesn't like holding on when you want it to either. So went back to the good old PRPs and haven't had an issue. One last thing is, if you guys can see, and this thing's been wheeled, it has 200 something miles on it. I just cleaned it the other night. You guys are looking at this. I live on a freaking middle of a muddy mess here. Granted, I am on a hill, as you can see, across the valley there, but it's muddy. It's nasty. Took this thing up and down the road, and it was raining the other day, and can't even tell. Wash method, I've been using the same thing on this as I have my last buggies. I hope you guys are seeing how, just to get an idea how clean it got this thing. Just everywhere. Super clean. I use a little power washer. I spray it off any heavy mud, which there was, and I take Simple Green and a garden sprayer, concentrate, cut a bit with water, let it sit on there for 5 minutes, have a beer, have whatever, and once that's on there, it'll just start eating the mud and grime and whatever's on your buggy. Eats it right off, everywhere. You just spray it in. This thing is as clean as when I bought it, except for maybe right there. A little tiny bit of orange dust though from out in Utah. I didn't scrub it at all. You just spray that off. And then I just did a quick foam and spray. Just nothing fancy. It's generic car wash soap with a foam and spray. I did not hit the bed, so don't comment on that. And then I just let it sit in front of a fan in my garage with the heat on. And you guys can kind of, I guess it speaks for itself, but pretty happy. The pressure washer I used, still moving in here, so excuse the mess, is this guy. It is a Giraffe Tools Grand Fall pressure washer. It runs at about 1700 psi. It's 2200 max. You just plug it into the wall and you plug your water into it. Has auto stop. There's plenty of way better reviews for this thing on YouTube, but it has an auto retractable 100-foot reel on it. I am astounded with this thing. You know, nothing crazy. It's not your big gas power washer, but it does an amazing job. So just wanted to give you guys a little update on that. As this thing gets rode more, some more miles on it in the dirt, I will keep y'all updated. It's these lights off here. So if you're thinking of getting one, you're on the fence, if you see one come up for sale, get it. Even a base model without the fancy shocks, definitely worth it. You know, spring kit and a little shock tuning, these things are absolute monsters. So that's where I'm at with it today for you guys. I will leave you at that. Do a little pan out and you guys can enjoy the view.